Happy weekend, brunchers. I am Bailey Minot.
And I'm Uncle Collin.
And this is
Too Much for Brunch.
When you come out of the closet and you come into your gayness, there's this self-awareness we all gain, and it makes us want to, go out and party and socialize. The gay bar was one of the first places that we could be safe and be a community and be loved. And of course, at a club or a bar, there's always the music.
Right.
So there's so many songs that are gay anthems, and it's very important to our culture as well as our huge pride celebrations.
One of the things that I love about the gay anthems is that there's quite a bit of diversity with them. I mean, a lot of them are generally dance or disco songs, because when disco came out in the 70s, it was really about gay men, or really for the audience of gay men. But I love that there's still diversity, because when you look at people who sing the songs, it is not necessarily, the same type of people. Yeah.
That's another huge thing about the gay anthem. A lot of them are female empowerment songs. And we kind of reappropriate them for our own use. Particularly a song like I'm Coming Out, which is not about literally coming out of the closet. It's about coming out of your proverbial shell. But men don't really get to sing songs like that. Women are another disenfranchised group, especially in America. As gay men, we can relate to these empowerment kind of songs.
But then there's other songs. You think of a song like It's Raining Men. I mean,
that's just gay.
That is so gay. The video itself is super gay.
And there's a different version of It's Raining Men for every generation. It gets remade every 4 or 5 years, and they keep updating it and making it more current. That's definitely one of our hugest gay anthems. Or you have Dancing Queen, which is another song that is about a female character that we also reappropriated for gayness.
And because, of course, also because of the fact that gays are known as queens, or we call each other queens. So that would be perfect. Now, I personally am one that believes generally in the original versions of these songs as being the best. I have heard versions of It's Raining Men, and it makes me rain tears. Specifically, Jerry Halliwell's version.
I didn't hate hers. I don't really like Diana Ross's.
Yeah, it was awful.
And then they did the one with Diana Ross and RuPaul.
That was for I Will Survive.
I thought RuPaul. I Will Survive.
That was I Will Survive. Yeah, at least that's the one I know that there was a video for.
RuPaul did. Okay. You know what? RuPaul redid It's Raining Men with Martha Wash.
Oh, yes.
Since we are talking about I Will Survive, that's another huge gay anthem that gets remade every few years. There's even that really chilled out R&B version that the Black Flag got into a few years ago. Who sang that one, though?
I heard it and I was like, no.
I like it.
I didn't care for it.
I forgot who sings it, but I did like it. And it really changed the whole narrative around.
But even though disco became pretty mainstream and then burned out, that being said, initially it was still for the gays. And then once disco burned out, and then you just sort of moved more into sort of like the dance music that sort of went through, that didn't become mainstream again until like more recent times, and up until then, all those things that people were doing, like you look at a Martha Wash, who's always been with the gay community, and all those dance songs that she was doing, and when they were stealing her voice, and but it was like those songs were specifically for the clubs, and that was for the gays, but that wasn't mainstream.
But the thing is that even then, I don't feel like that was so pandering.
No, it wasn't. Because it was dance music. Even
a song like Vogue, which is so clearly for gay people. It just didn't seem that pandering. It still came off authentic.
Well, because Madonna is so authentic, and the thing is that her whole thing, Madonna's almost like this whole different sort of beast in the whole thing, because it's not only about gays, it's about females, and she really is just saying for herself. She's like, listen, women have not been able to be sexual, have not been able to do this, that, and the other. There's all these limitations on being a woman. I'm telling you that I'm going to do what I'm going to do. And the gays are eating it up because we're like, yes, there's no limitations for us either. We're with you, Madonna, and it's that type of thing.
And I feel like Cher also falls into that category, where you could make like an entire playlist of their songs that are like gay empowerment. I think the strongest of the Cher songs, for me personally, is Strong Enough. I feel like it's just the gayest of the gay. Believe?
That's not really gay.
Believe's not really gay. It was just like it took over in the gay clubs. But I think Strong Enough is such a strong gay anthem, or Different Kind of Love Song, or her newer song, You Haven't Seen the Last of Me. People, I mean, that was a really, for me even, that was a good song as far as not annoying me, I should say.
Well, and it's funny because those are actually very gay songs. So she actually went for the gay audience with those songs, where before her music was just her music and gays were just eating it up, and they loved Cher.
All right, let's get back on track. What about Sylvester? He made a lot of gay music, but he was a gay man, as we all know.
He was, and his whole, the fact that the music that he made specifically was for the gay audience, and it wasn't him pandering. It was that he was trying to say, this is my community, this is me. It's not just my community, it's me. And that's how, Martha Wash got involved because she and Izora Rhodes were 2 Tons of Fun, which were Sylvester's backup singers, and Sylvester had a lot of dance music, but Sylvester also had a lot of R&B music, and then he also sang more traditional stuff because he sort of considered himself like a Billie Holiday, Josephine Baker type person sometimes. So if you watch his Unsung, which is one of the best episodes of Unsung ever, you need to watch that and really find out more about it.
Edit.
Another person whose entire catalog is just gay as shit is Janet Jackson.
Yeah.
But what Janet did with Together Again, I feel like is one of those songs that's just so heartwarming that it can be applied to anything. It's same with Stephanie Mills' version of Home, where she took that song from the play about actually going to your actual home and made it about, you know, home being heaven. Together Again was written about the friends that she had personally lost during the HIV epidemic when it first, well, the AIDS epidemic at the time, it hadn't died down yet. But it's just a song that is so touching, and it's a really housey song.
Together Again, I feel like, is definitely a gay anthem. And in some ways, I almost feel like it's an underrated gay anthem because people don't really even think about that when they think of gay anthems.
Yeah.
You think of a Vogue before you think of a Together Again.
Yeah, I think it's just because, like you said, Vogue wasn't a super popular anthem. Right. But Together Again will turn the party if you play it at a pride party.
Oh yeah, you know it. Another one that, speaking of pride, is there's a couple different songs, but one of them has pride in the title.
Oh, A Deeper Love?
Yes.
Yes. A Deeper Love is my favorite Aretha Franklin song of all time. It's not even that old. It came out like 95?
93. It was on the Sister Act 2 soundtrack.
I love it.
And that's how gay I am that I know it. And I own that soundtrack.
I love A Deeper Love. It's one of my favorite. You know, Aretha Franklin's I Will Survive, she's performing recently, is dreadful. I don't know why.
Aretha's performing I Will Survive?
Yes.
Oh no.
It's not good.
Great gowns. Great gowns.
Edit.
Speaking of pride, there's also Proud, which is played at every your pride ceremony ever until the end of time.
It will be.
There's like 3 different dance remixes. The original's a ballad.
Yeah.
But there's like 3 different dance mixes of it, and she's just asking, you know, what have you done today to make you feel proud? For me, when I was younger, I kind of drifted away from the gay community per se just because I'm black and it's not worth it a lot of times. So that's a whole other video. My family didn't care. When I came out, my family was like, Queen, please. Yeah, okay. Okay. So they were fine with that. When I came out in middle school, I was gay and I never was in the closet. I had my first boyfriend in high school. I was just gay. But when I started, you know, around 16, 17, I don't know when Proud came out.
It came out in, I think it came out in like around 2000, early 2000s.
Yeah, see, and I was going to high school. So, you know, that question, what have you done, specifically yourself? What have you done today to make you feel proud? And I wanted to be proud of what I did as a gay man. So I really went above and beyond being gay with activism and outreaches and all of that. And I backed away just because, again, being black, it was hard. It ended up kind of not being worth it.
Certainly here in Buffalo, that is absolutely, unfortunately, that is absolutely the case. But that being said, I agree that, you know, Proud is an amazing gay anthem. It's also an empowerment song, and, you know, it was the theme song for The Biggest Loser for years too, so a whole bunch of fat people loved it too.
And they used it in Queer as Folk.
Yes, well, that's what I remember. They used the dance version, I think, at the end, like this finale, if I remember correctly. I remember it playing over
they played
the
ballad version in the very first episode.
Okay.
And I think they might have ended on it.
Okay, that's what I thought. I remember it at the end.
They played the ballad version when Brian has his baby in the first episode.
Oh.
And he's talking about jumping off the roof.
Oh, Gus.
Oh, Gus, right? That's right. Another one I want to talk about, old school, was On the Radio. Jada Summer's version of On the Radio is one of my earliest memories of thinking, like, this song is really gay. My grandmother liked Jada Summer. And I'm like, this is the gayest thing I've ever. And, you know, it's just a narrative we can all relate to, but falling in love when you're gay, it's an act of self-love as well as romantic love when you accept yourself enough to fall in love with another person of the same sex and be really happy about it. And On the Radio was such a great expression of that. Yeah.
And my favorite Donna Summer song from that era is I Feel Love, because I just think that is that's such a hot song, and that is like you know, I remember they talked about the fact that was the one that played at disco, the shirtless guys and dancing and grinding. I'm like,
that's another one that people remake a lot. So that is the end of this video, but we will be back with part 2 talking about the more recent gay anthems. Join the conversation here and tell us what you think about this video.
There may be things that you think that we missed, and we always love to get the feedback.
You can come on over, see us at Facebook at facebook.com/toomuchforbrunch, or you can follow us at our home website at toomuchforbrunch.com. And if you are so moved, you can follow me on Twitter at TMFB_Bailey.
Or you can follow me at Collin_Gehl, which is COLLIN_GEHL.
Thanks for watching. Bye.